question about practicing Islam. Many Muslims think that by being a good human being or having good manners, you become a good Muslim. And they think since they cannot practice Islam by praying, fasting, reading Quran, that they can compensate by having good manners. My question is, can you be a good Muslim based on your good manners only, leaving the religious duties off?
If I understood correctly, the sister is saying, can I be a good Muslim by having good manners only? Am I right? Do a lot of Christians have good manners? The answer would be yes. Jews, do they have good manners? The answer would be yes. Atheists, Buddhists, everybody would have good manners. They do have good manners. A lot of times, no disrespect to any Muslim because I'm a Muslim, a lot of times in the West you will find the non-Muslim, they have better manners than the non-practicing Muslims. And they're very nice in the morning. Good morning, sir. How are you, sir? And they do have good manners. Now, then what is the difference between us and them? So Islam is saying yes. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he was advising Mu'adh bin Jabal, he gave him 3 advices. قال اتق الله حيثما كنت. He said, be aware of Allah, be conscious of Allah wherever you are, in the public places, in the private places. He said, every time that you do bad deeds, follow it with good deeds. And then he said, and deal with people with good manners. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, the person who have good manners would be elevated next to the person who prays all night long, fasts every single day. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best of you and the most beloved to me on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah and closest to me in sitting is those who have good manners. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about his messenger, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. We can quote over 40, 50 hadith concerning good manners. Good manners, it is part of our Islam. But that is not all. The reason we're different from other nations, other people, is we have the core belief that Allah sent all the messengers and the prophets for. So we believe in that action, deeds come together, and faith. And that's why Allah said in every ayah almost in the Quran, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those who have faith, they have iman, and they do good deeds. Manners is not sufficient. Only akhlaq is not sufficient. You have to have both. And that's why when a man is coming to propose to a young lady, the Messenger of Allah said, look for 2 things. Deen, his religion, his faith, his understanding of deen, and manners. Because manners we share with everyone else, but the reason that we differ from the rest of the people is because we have the correct understanding of Allah, the correct understanding of the Sharia. So having manners only, it is not sufficient. Unfortunately, everybody has manners. Those brothers and sisters who are practicing, they have excellent manners. Those who are not practicing, they have excellent manners. Some of the other nations, they all have manners. But what segregates or separates us from these people is the aqidah, is the tawheed. That follows with action. Having good manners and good faith, it's also not enough. You have to have all 3, good faith, good manners, and the action that follows it. So praying, fasting, performing hajj, giving sadaqah, it is the essence of Islam, and these are the core of Islam. And Ibn Uthaymin rahimahullah said, if a person says to you, my faith is right here in my chest, my deen is intact, my belief in Allah is strong, I'm good to my neighbor, I'm good to my wife, and he's not doing anything which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to do, he said that person is not being honest, because if his faith and manners are in the heart, that would manifest and he would be obeying Allah and listening to the orders of Allah. So unfortunately, good manners by itself is not sufficient. Wallahu a'la wa a'lam.